Steve Accord agus Falter Galer and Shar Ashkadi Parky Kuivinov. Today, of course, we featured the eagerly awaited replay of the Cork County Junior Hurling Championship final between Aghabullogue and Aghada. As you can see in your picture there, Aghabullogue are out onto the field early for this game, eager and awaiting this confrontation today with Aghada. Aghabullogue are back here today hoping to take the cup, which they felt they should have taken home to Mid-Cork with them last Sunday when they were cruelly denied a famous victory by the late Aghada rally, which yielded a goal and a point in the last few minutes. As you can remember, last week's game had a bit of everything in it, really. It had a hard hurling, great scores, brilliant individual performances, and of course that last grandstand finish by Aghada when they snatched a draw from the very jaws of defeat. Well, to the tumultuous reception, the Aghada team in their blue jerseys and are coming out onto the field at this stage. Well, some of them are out anyway, at any rate the rest are following on now, and they will be anxious not to give Aghabullogue the initiative early in today's game, unlike last Sunday when they allowed Aghabullogue to get into a 4 or 5 point lead midway through the first half, a lead which Aghabullogue held and deserved to hold right to the very finish. But it was then that they had a spirit, true spirit and determination came to the forefront, and who will ever forget that tremendous ground stroke by substitute Billy Walsh and to Billy Ahern, and which was followed by that tremendous equalising point from that controversial free. That point, of course, being scored by the indomitable Richie Lewis, who scored no less than 7 of Aghada's 112 last Sunday. An intriguing contest, no doubt, in prospect for us. Hopefully it'll be a closer affair than the Under-21 Championship final, which has just preceded it. That game being won convincingly by St Finbarrs by the score of 3 goals and 10 points to 1 goal and 7. So the East Cork representatives from Imekilly, Aghada, will be hoping for better luck than their fellow East Cork representatives Middleton in today's final. Well, both sets of selectors have made some changes for today's game. Aghabullogue will line out as follows. In goals, John Barry Murphy, right full back Frank McSweeney, full back Michael Healy, and left full back Willie Barrett. Right half back Tim Buckley, centre back Richard Tarrant, and left half back Dennis O'Connell. Along the park for Aghabullogue will be Dennis Ring and Kevin Barry Murphy. Kevin, of course, one of 3 brothers in today's team for Aghabullogue, the others being John and wing forward Pat. Right half forward for Aghabullogue, Raymond Deneen, centre forward George Lynch, and on the left side, the third of the triumvirate of the Barry Murphys, Pat. In the full forward line, we have Joe Healy, brother to full-back Michael, full forward Tommaso Moracu, and in the left corner, Paddy Martin. So Aghabullogue introducing 2 new players to their attack to the half-forward line, they being Raymond Deneen at number 10 and Pat Barry Murphy at 12. And they replaced the unlucky Shawnee Noonan and Noel Looney, who have been retained on the substitute bench for today's encounter. Aghada themselves are more or less happy with the team that drew last Sunday, with just 1 change. In goals, it's Martin Hennessy. The full back line is the same. Number 2, Pa Sisk, full back Cyril Reaney, and in the left corner, Jim Motherway. In the half line, they've got Pat O'Brien, brilliant centre back Alan Devoy, and in the left side, Kenneth O'Keefe. Ilana Parker, big Pat Cashman, partnered by Donny Morrissey, number 9. In the half forward line, Ronan Dwan is at number 10. Billy Ahern, the super sub who scored that tremendous cracking goal with about 4 minutes left the last day, has today been given the starting call up, and he's playing at number 11 centre forward. And on the left side, sharpshooter Richard Lewis. In the full forward line, Peter Cashman is at 13, full forward the very experienced Conor Coonahan at 14, and in the left corner Michael Lewis, number 15, and brother of Richard Lewis. The unlucky man to be left out today being John Murphy, the corner forward, and I suppose somebody had to go to give way to Billy Ahern. To his credit, he wasn't on the field for long the last day, but he scored the important and crucial goal, and he will be hoping to add to his scores, no doubt, today. Well, both sides have had their photographs taken, and we are more or less ready now for the start of this game. Both sides limbering up and having a puck around, and well, the exchanges the last day were fast and furious, and we had some tremendously crisp hurling early on in the game. Scores, if I recall correctly, we had 5 scores in the first 4 minutes, and if we get a repeat performance of that today, we'll be very, very happy indeed. And today's attendance will be hoping for something of the same crisp hurling, and of course I suppose it remains to be seen which team has learned the most from the last day. Can Aghada today break the grip and the monopoly which was exercised by the tremendous Aghabullogue half-back line of Timmy Buckley, Richard Tarrant, and the left side, of course, was Dennis O'Connell, and possibly with a view to breaking that monopoly, they have introduced centre forward Billy Hearn and changed Ronan Duan from the centre position to the right half position, and they have left Richard Lewis on the wing. Aghabullogue on their part possibly weren't too happy with the amount of dominance that the Aghada half-back line also enjoyed, that half-back line the last day, which performed so well, of Pat O'Brien and Alan Devine, Kenneth O'Keefe, and as a result they have introduced 2 half-forwards to try and prize open that half-back line, tough Aghada half-back line. And so the stage is now more or less set. I'm sure the referee will just shortly be calling in the captains of the teams and tossing up, the referee of course being the same as the last day, Pat O'Neill of Shamrocks. Well, the toss has already been the coin has already been thrown up by the referee, and apparently Aghabullogue will be playing as they did last Sunday against the stiff breeze, a breeze that is I think even stiffer today and rising as the afternoon progresses. And so if they make the same start and are in the same position as they were last week when they were playing against the breeze, they led by 4 points, then I think they'll be very happy indeed. Of course Aghada, if they're playing with the breeze, which I think they are, yes, because I see the Aghabullogue rear guard and goalkeeper now jogging down to the right hand side of the field here as we look out from the covered stand down towards the Blackrock end. They'll be playing to the city end indeed, and they will be anxious to prevent the Aghada forwards, just like they did last week, from getting into a rhythm and getting into the run of things very early on. Well, the stage is now all more or less set. We've just got about 2 minutes to starting time, and the cheers of the fans go up as the players of the respective sides get into their positions. We'll just have to have a peep around and see if there are any positional changes from that which are listed on the programme already. I do see some changes on the Aghabullogue lineup. I see at number 10 is out midfield. That is Raymond Deneen is actually playing midfield for Aghabullogue, and we leave it at that for the moment because now we have Oran Avian. Well, Aghada, there you have it. Oran Green is Creek Nish, and the referee just asking the players to move back a little bit. As I was saying, the Aghabullogue have moved Raymond Deneen to midfield. That means Kevin Barry Murphy more than likely must be playing on the right half forward line, and the ball is in. The game is on. First pull on there by Pat Cashman into the heart of the Aghabullogue attackers, where it's taken away there by Willie Barrett, not quite picked up by him. Aghada trying to make the early opening in this game. The referee decides to call a halt as General Melee was developing in there, and the referee is in fast, and I'm sure he's going to throw in the ball. The ball is going to be thrown in between Timmy Buckley and his opposite number, Richard Lewis. Timmy Buckley and Richard Lewis. Buckley gets in first. Buckley making the start. He made the last to Dennis Ring. Dennis Ring now against the breeze. Great clearance by Ring, and way up over to the far side. It looks like it's going to go all the way out over the line on the far side, and it has done that. Well, Aghabullogue have actually more changes. I see that Paddy Martin, the corner forward, is actually playing here on the left wing. Paddy Martin on the wing. Joseph Ely is in the corner. corner. Tommaso Morocu's at full forward. On the far side, corner, Pat Barry, and it must be Kevin Barry Murphy on the far wing, I assume, at that rate. The ball is going to be cut over there by wing back Kenneth O'Keefe. Not a great cut, coming as far as Kevin Barry Murphy, the Aghabullogue captain. Barry Murphy making tracks towards goal. Number 9 with the black helmet, driving the ball in towards Tommaso Morocu. Morocu, it goes in behind him, it goes in towards goalkeeper Martin Hennessy. Cool, calm and collected, collects the ball and drives it out to the near side here under the cover stand. Being collected there almost by the wing half forward, which was Ronan Duhan, but it's a line ball as it went off his hand and out of play, and it's going to be taken by Dennis O'Connell, the white helmeted Dennis O'Connell. He contributed no less than 3 super points from place balls the last day for Aghabullogue. Dennis Ring is intent that the player doesn't get in first, so the line ball, the referee urges him to move back a little bit. Now Dennis O'Connell will take the cut. The pitch is slightly cut up here on the near side. Connell low and hard up this wing. It's going to come in there towards Joseph Feely, the Aghabullogue sharpshooter. Joseph being harassed and harried, getting in there, doing a nice ball into the middle, but it's taken away there by Donny Morrissey. Donny Morrissey with the left boot, fine kick by him down towards Dennis O'Connell. Well pulled on there by Ronan Duhan, but it looks like it's going to go over the line ball again, and it's going to be another line ball for Aghabullogue. Well, the exchanges are fast and furious and quick here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh in the opening minutes of this Cork County Junior Hurling Final. This line ball is going to be taken by cornerback Willie Barrett. The referee again wanting the players to move back the required distance. Willie Barrett with a great cut. Well pulled on there by Dennis Ring. Hurley broken on there towards Raymond Deneen. Raymond Deneen is doesn't quite connect properly towards Richard Tarrant. The Aghabullogue centre back. It's taken over by Billy Hearn, the super sub the last day. Hearn doesn't quite get in. Richie Tarrant gets back at him. It's now come to Tarrant again. Tremendous player this man Richard Tarrant. He had a super game the last day. Great clearance by Richard Tarrant under pressure. Towards Kevin Barry Murphy and Kenneth O'Keefe. Kenneth O'Keefe leaving it there for Donny Morrissey. Donny Morrissey getting in his shot, blocked down, half blocked down. It's taken now by Billy Hearn. The referee Pat O'Neill wasn't happy with the tap at Richard Tarrant. The little pull that he made an effort to get the ball, but he didn't quite get the ball. I suppose it affected Billy Ahern as he tried to collect the ball, even then he had it collected. However, the free is going to be taken. It's in a very scoreable position for Richard Lewis. He has taken off his helmet like he did in the drawing game. Steadying, looking at the goals. This should be easy meat for him from 55 metres out. Richard Lewis strikes straight and through over the bar. First score of the game, and it's for 1 point for Richard Lewis. Well, he'd be hoping to emulate his feat of last week when he scored no less than 7 of the Aghada scores. The puck out will be taken by Michael Healy. I see John Barry Murphy first is going to retrieve a spare sliotar that has appeared below there on the goals. Michael Healy to the edge of the small parallelogram. An indication of the breeze that this puck out is not going to reach halfway, as Michael was driving them well beyond halfway as the last time. Conor Coonan roving out to try and pick up the puck out. Maybe that's an Aghada ploy. Coonahan and Frank McSweeney. It's gone all the way into Frank McSweeney's man. It's gone into corner forward Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis making tracks on goal. Michael Lewis with the shot. Michael Lewis with the wide. A wide for Aghada. Well, they had a good chance there. Particularly cunning play by Conor Coonan as Michael Healy took the puck out. He roved the way out towards the middle of the field, and then he was onto the break, and he set it up for corner forward Peter Cashman. This time Conor Coonan won't get any break from the puck out because Michael Healy's puck out is a far better one. Towards Kevin Barry Murphy trying to play the captain's part and rousing his troops. It goes towards George Lynch. George Lynch is defeated. Kenneth O'Keefe is there, and Kenneth O'Keefe ushes and whooshes the ball out over the sideline in the far side, and it's going to be a line ball for Aghabullogue. Line ball for Aghabullogue. It's going to be taken by Tim Buckley, their star right half back, who had a super match the last day. Great player of great skill and vision. He's placing the ball now, taking his time against the Sprees in the early minutes. We've had 4 minutes gone. We've 1 point. The last day we had 5 at this stage. Different game today. Maybe tighter, maybe tougher. It's cleared away down there by centre half back row. It's Timmy Buckley again for Aghabullogue. Timmy Buckley crossing the field. Richard Tarrant already. Oh, and that's a fairly dangerous pull there by number 12. Richard Lewis on Richard Tarrant. I don't know whether he connected as badly as it looked, because Richard Tarrant seems to be fine, but it's a free out for Richard Tarrant nonetheless, and this one will be taken by Dennis O'Connell. Well, from this position the last day, well, this is 85 metres out, I suppose, just in the middle of the field, and from 10 metres further in, Dennis O'Connell struck over 3 sweet points the last day. This one isn't going to make it in, but it's in a dangerous position. George Lynch pulling, it goes to Tommaso Morocu. He's got the ball in his hand, well blocked down by Cyril Reaney, pulled on out to the side by Pat O'Brien. Good play by the Aghada defence. It comes out here towards Pat Cashman. He lets it there for Tommaso Morocu. Going one way, nice hand pass by him, but only as far as Donny Morrissey. Now it's taken, it's blocked by Kevin Barry Murphy, the Aghabullogue captain. Kevin Barry Murphy in as far as the full-back Cyril Reaney. Now it's Tommaso Morocu showing his strength in towards it's still not out, it's still not in, it's still there to be won. Pulled on by Joseph Feely, but it's going to go to the right and it's gone wide. Well, there was a chance, or a half chance, or some sort of a chance there for a while. Aghabullogue trying to break through, trying determinedly, but it was tremendous defence by the Aghada defence, by their full-back line in particular, and they seem to be indicating that they're not going to allow the Aghabullogue full forward line and Joe Healy in particular, the same latitude that that they enjoyed in the first half of the drawn match. Martin Hennessy's puck out, mighty puck out, an indication of the wind. It's dropping on the 30-metre line, well read by Richard Tarrant. Tarrant pulling on it right across the field. It's going to go over there towards Michael Lewis and Michael Lewis and Timmy Buckley. Lewis turning for his right, turning it to his right. Great and dangerous puck right in there towards John Barry Murphy, and touched over the bar by the goalkeeper. That's better from Michael Lewis. Good score by him. Both points coming from the Lewis brothers. Both Michael and Richie have opened their accounts. Michael didn't have a particularly high scoring afternoon last week. He's intent on making better things happen for himself this afternoon. He's got 2 balls into his hand. He's made 2 good opportunities. He's taken one of them as we watch Mike Healy with the puck out. Well, that gives you a good indication of the strength of the breeze. Mike Healy's pucks out are not reaching halfway at all, whereas the last day they were going beyond it. Martin Hennessy's, well, he has a long puck on any occasion, and it was his last puck out there dropped on the 25-metre line, really. Tremendous puck out from him. This, however, has resulted in a free over there, and it's going to be taken by Richard Tarrant. Richard Tarrant to take the free. Already Aghada ringing the changes. Aghada aren't too happy with Timmy Buckley's performance so far in this early in the second half, in the first half. He's already been showing his true colours like he did last week. We'll follow the play away up on this side. It's cleared out over by Kenneth O'Keefe. Kenneth O'Keefe only as far as Paddy Martin. Paddy Martin going left. Great run by Paddy Martin to the half of the Aghada defence. Still going on goals. He's being harassed by Pat O'Brien. He's been fouled by Pat O'Brien. That's a free in, says the referee, and it's a chance for Joe Healy to level proceedings, and it's going to be taken by Joe Healy. Joe Healy on the 30-metre line, and the referee insisting that the free is taken in the right position. Well, Aghada have already rung the changes again early. They have changed their 2 wing forwards, bringing Richard Lewis over here on Dennis O'Connell, and I suspect in an effort to curb Timmy Buckley, they have moved over their other wing forward. As we watch there, Joe Healy has put the ball over the bar. Easy score for him. 1 point for Aghabullogue, 1 point for Aghada in the early exchanges of this game. Well, I suppose it's no more than Aghabullogue, or 2 points for Aghada, sorry, 1 for Aghabullogue. It's no more than Aghabullogue deserved. They've made it a few concentrated efforts to get a few scores. 8 minutes gone. Puck out by Martin Hennessy. Well down there into the 50-metre line. Well taken there by centre forward Billy Ahern. Billy Ahern drive it in low. It's going to come here as far as Dennis O'Connell. Great covering by the wing back. His clearance as far as Billy Ahern again. Well picked up by him. He's a man outside him. He gives it out to the man outside him, Donny Morrissey. Donny Morrissey from long range with his puck. It's looking good and it's gone over the bar. They're the kind of scores they need to score. They have the breeze. That one was from 55-60 metres out. Good score by Donny Morrissey there as he slotted it over the bar, and that increases the Aghada lead to 3 points to 1. Puck out by Michael Healy towards Dennis Ring. Dennis Ring can't quite connect with the ball. It's taken by centre back Alan Devoy. That is cleared away by the wing forward. It's only as far as Willie Barrett. Willie Barrett and the corner forward. Barrett doing very well. Tremendous wholehearted play by Barrett. Dennis Ring here trying to leave it run on. It comes as far as George Lynch. George Lynch with the puck in towards Joseph Healy. It's not going to make Joseph Healy. Well cut out by Patsis. Healy's back on it. Healy gets the ball. Healy's making track towards goal. He's trying to get into scoring position. 2 men on him. His shot is kind of across here towards Tomas Murku, trying to keep the ball in. It's going to come here. Exchanges are fast and furious as far as George Lynch. Well knocked back by George Lynch towards Dennis Ring. It's going to come as far as Dennis O'Connell. Driving out of defences, Dennis O'Connell. Dennis O'Connell is beaten on this occasion by the wing forward Ronduan leave it, and it's gone in there from Billy Ahern, and it's going to be a free in for Aghabullogue as Michael Lewis was fouled by Frank McSweeney. Free in for Aghada on the 55-metre line. Some of the fans not happy with that decision. They reckon it was a 50-50 ball, but the referee thought otherwise. He has awarded the free in, and I'm sure it'll be taken by Richard Lewis. Well, they alternated their free takers the last day at times. Sometimes it was Pat Cashman. Cashman ended up with 3 points to his credit. Richard Lewis took more of them. He ended up with 7 or 8, and he got the all-important one in the dying moments of the game the last day from 80 metres to level the match. Well, this one is going to be taken by Richard Lewis, standing over the ball. It should be a point. It's dead straight in front of goals. It's long and straight and high and over the bar. The white flag goes up. Richard Lewis has 2 scored. Aghada have 4 scored. Aghabullogue have 1. Well, it was a slightly different story the last day in the early exchanges. Aghabullogue were the team that made the running. Aghabullogue were the team that wanted to attack, even though they were playing against the breeze. Aghada making a better start today, trying to be certain that they don't leave Aghabullogue get into that 4 or 5 point lead before half time against the breeze. Michael Healy with the puck out, driving it straight and Good trajectory one against the breeze this time, not a high one. It's well cleared in. Billy Walsh using his strength there. The referee doesn't agree with the strength he used on Tim Buckley. They're trying to curb the brilliant play of this right half back, and the referee is awarded a free, and it'll be taken by the left half back, Dennis O'Connell. Dennis, such a sweet striker of the ball. This one is somewhat nearer than the last one. However, he'll find it very difficult to get the distance in this to put it over the bar against that wind. If he drops it in around the big full forward Tommaso Moroku, I'm sure the Aghabullogue fans will be happy. This is what he's hoping to do. It's precisely what he's going to do. It's going to drop all the ways in, right onto the hands of Moroku. Gets his stick to it. In there with George Lynch has the ball, trying to get in a shot, but Martin Hennessy gets it cleared out. Well, the two big men combining well for Aghabullogue on that occasion. It's going to be a 65. The big Tommaso Moroku, he got his stick to it. There was a little bit of trepidation. They had a full back line. Onto it came George Lynch, the big centre forward, and he couldn't. He was bottled up, well harassed and harried, but eventually he got in a pass or a shot of some sort, and Martin Hennessy dealt with it. The head of full back seems to be in some bit of trouble. Cyril Reaney, he's okay, says the referee. No medication required. Dennis O'Connell has stolen a foot. He's going to take this 65. Every foot will be vital. He's in front of the goals. He drives it. It's swinging to the right. The breeze seems to have taken it, and it's gone to the right, and it's gone wide. A wide for Aghabullogue. Well, it's a different day today. There was a breeze the last day, but it wasn't quite as stiff or as blowing anything near as strongly as today's wind. Today, as we can see from the pucks, a decided influence this wind will have on the game, I think. And we'll see from this puck out by Martin Hennessy. Just look at it dropping all the ways on the 50-metre line of Aghabullogue. Willie Barrett's onto it. He does well, but it's taken instead by Richard Lewis. Lewis from a mighty angle. Tremendous puck by Lewis, right on the right-hand touchline, all the ways over the bar, and that's a superb score by any standards in any game and at any time. Great score by Richard Lewis. Aghada go 4 in front, 5 points to 1. Aghabullogue will have to shake up their show a little bit at this stage, I think, if they're to get back into the game. They just seem to be sliding along out of it at the moment. The puck out, it reaches Raymond Dineen. Dineen trying to pull on the ball, not quite connecting. It comes instead to Billy Ahern. It's taken up there by Richard Tarrant, soccer, football style. But it comes now to the number 10 over there, Ronan Dwan. Dwan swinging it in across the middle. Dangerous ball, but Willie Barrett is there. Barrett blocking it, hooshing it and kicking it. Only out as far as Ronan Dwan. Timmy Buckley is on him. Richard Tarrant is on him. Great ball by Dwan, but it's going to come as far as Dennis Ring. Dennis Ring, the brave Aghabullogue midfielder, getting that ball, driving it out over to the far side, but it's going to go way out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball for Aghada, and it's going to be further pressure on the Aghabullogue defence. They make it just about 12 minutes gone. The score, Aghada 5, Aghabullogue 1. Well, they're making use of the wind today, Aghada. They didn't quite make that use of it the last day, but they're making far better use of it today. They're more economical in their shooting as well. They've had only one wide at this stage. The last day they had a number of wides. Nice puck, nice wing ball in there. It's coming in towards all the way towards Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis is on the line. He's trying to make tracks for goal. The referee allows play on. He's still going towards the goal. It's well dispossessed there by fullback, by cornerback Frank McSweeney. Knocked on out a little bit by Timmy Buckley, and it's still over there to be won, and it's gone out over the line. It's going to be another line ball for Aghada. Well, Aghada are piling on the pressure at this stage. The line ball, that was a good one, the last one taken by Kenneth O'Keefe. I don't think Kenneth will take this one. It's going to be left to midfielder number 9, Donny Morrissey. Donny Morrissey. It's going to be a left-hand one. It could be a nice in-swinger. The referee again urging that Ronan Dwan and Tim Buckley must move back from the ball. Good ball. It's half missed there by Richard Tarrant, but it's well covered there by Frank McSweeney. Over towards Dennis Ring. Only as far as Dwan. Dwan is hooked, well hooked there by Kevin Barry Murphy. Kevin Barry Murphy has been fouled, and the free is going to be taken by Dennis O'Connell there, and he's just inside his own 50-metre line. He'll be hoping to drive this up in deep into enemy territory. That's precisely what he does. Tremendous free against the wind. It's going to come as far as Pat Barry Murphy, one of 3 brothers on the team. Pat finding it difficult to pick up the ball. This he does, deciding to go one way. Doesn't. Sells a dummy to Kenneth O'Keefe. He's lost the ball, however, and O'Keefe belts it out over the sideline for a line ball. Good defending by Kenneth O'Keefe, and it's going to be a line ball in for Aghabullogue. Aghabullogue badly needing a score. I think this one will be taken by Kevin Barry Murphy. Kevin, who led with such tremendous example the last day. Instead, I think it's Paddy Martin, who was picked in the corner but playing on the wing. Paddy with the green helmet is going over, and he elects to take this line ball. An important one for Aghabullogue. They could do with a score. They've only had one in the opening 15 minutes, 14 and a half minutes. Paddy Martin, lovely cut by him, John Finta style, right in towards the goals, and it's almost pulled on there by Pat Barry Murphy, but it goes to the right and it goes wide, and well, it was a great cut, but just a little bit further across the goals, and it would have been a peach of a ball. The puck out by Martin Hennessy. He's thinking of a quick one to Richard Lewis. He decides not. He decides to go for the other side. Precisely what he does. Tremendous length and height and distance all the way down on the centre-back, centre-forward. Blocked out by Frank McSweeney as far as Ronan Dwan. Dwan on his left side. Dwan with the shot, and it's gone over the bar. Well, Aghada certainly are piling on the scores in the early exchanges of this game. They have now added their 6, 3 from Richard Lewis, 4 from the Lewis brothers altogether, Ronan Duan and Donny Morrissey being the other scorers. 6 points for Aghada, 1 for Aghabullogue. I don't see any changes in the Aghabullogue lineup, no positional switches or anything like that. Perhaps there will be before much more of this game goes on. Knocked on there beautifully by Penny Martin, right onto the pad of George Lynch, but it's well read by the cornerback Pat Sisk. Sisk is straight and through, collects the ball, he's grounded by George Lynch, tremendous tackle. Now he gives it back to the centre back over here to the far side. Great harassing by the Aghabullogue attack. They're not going to let them clear it out. He's taken by Joseph Ely. Joseph Ely's got George Lynch inside him. He can't get rid of the ball. He gives it now to Penny Martin. He's got to flick it out of the way. It's not gone over the line yet. It's still there to be won. Pulled on by Joseph Ely. It comes to us, Kevin Barry Murphy. Barry Murphy has seen ahead of men down. Barry Murphy making tracks on goal, and he has been hit twice by a head of defenders, Donny Morrissey being one of them, and this is hard stuff indeed. And then after the free had been awarded, he was hit again by Richard Lewis, and the referee has awarded the free in on an acute angle. Well, while all that's going on, there's a head of men down injured over there. It's Pat Sisk made a tremendous interception from the through ball to George Lynch, but he was hit a pile driver of a shoulder by Lynch. He was flattened to the ground. I didn't think he was that bad because he seemed to get the ball back to a defender and then he seemed to collapse. But anyway, it's a tension for him, a hold up in the game, and Aghabullogue, well, they need to settle down a bit more. They have been trying valiantly to get a score, but they haven't achieved it. They've had 3 wides ahead by have had only 1, but it remains to be seen now whether Joseph Ely can make the most of this difficult enough opportunity. Difficult because it's by a right-handed free taker and it's on the left-hand touchline with a breeze blowing straight down the field. Well, he'll need to be very, very accurate now with this one. Against that breeze, just get the correct angle on it and allow for the wind as well. While the Aghada player is still down, there's no move at all out of him at the moment. He's still stretched there. There's a number of fellas looking over him, the referee being one of them and the St. John's ambulance men being another, and 3 Aghada mentors. I think one of them is Sean O'Brien, or the Middleton player who's coaching this Aghada team and obviously coaching them to great effect. Dennis Ring, I see, is going over also, not quite to show his concern, I think, but to get a drink of the Aghada mentor, which he does, and the bottle is passed around and there's a general amnesty and a general time to take breath for all players involved at this stage. Well, I suppose all that puts more pressure on Joseph Ely because he's got to stop and wait and think and decide what he'll do with the free, and well, the less time you'd have to think about it, I think the better off you'd be. The referee, I think, is going to get on with it now, and the player is up and okay that they are being Pat Sisk. Well, he made a good interception, and I suppose, as one would say, he paid for his interception, but the referee saw nothing wrong with the challenge of George Lynch, a good old-fashioned hard shoulder challenge. Joe Healy steadying himself over the ball, a vital free for Aghabullogue. Joe, it's looking good, straight and through. He's judged it perfectly, and the more time he had, the better it was for him by what it seemed. Joe is the Aghabullogue scorer. They have 2 points. Aghada, by contrast, have had 4 different scorers. They have 6 points, 6-2 after 17 or 18 minutes of play in the first half of this Cork County Junior Hurling Championship final. Puck out by Martin Hennessy, not as long as his other ones. Dennis Ring there, Billy Ahern there. Billy is doing well since today for Aghada. It's coming in order here as far as Richard Lewis towards number 13, and it's taken away there by Richard Lewis on the touchline, well blocked down by Willie Barrett. The ball is on the line. The ball has gone over the line, says the linesman. Well, it possibly did. From where I was, it looked like it bounced on the line, but it possibly went over the line. The Aghabullogue players weren't offering a whole pile of objections to that decision by the linesman, so it must have crossed the line. The line will be taken by number 12. Number 12 is Richard Lewis. Richard, he's just scored a massive point from this side off play just a moment ago. He'll be hoping to emulate that feat and put this ball right into danger zone. He's got the breeze with him. Richard not taking off the helmet for the line ball. It's a nice one, but it's a little bit near towards Coonahan and Michael Healy. It's a clear chance here for great save by John Barry Murphy in goals. What a save from Ronan Duan. Brilliant save. Barry Murphy, the ball is still there in play and it's gone out for a 65. Well, that could be a turning pointer. That was an absolutely marvellous save by John Barry Murphy, one of the 3 Barry Murphy brothers in goals, and he's still receiving a standing ovation from the Aghabullogue fans. Well, Ronan Duan got the line ball as it came off Conor Coonan's stick. He had a clear shot at goal. He was on the, I'd say, no further out than 14 or 15 metres. He took a blistering shot. Barry Murphy went to his right. Barry Murphy went the right way. He stopped the ball and put it out for a 65, which Richard Lewis now takes and drives. It's looking pretty good, but it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. Well, that's a let off for Aghabullogue. The clearest chance by far. Mike Healy, the fullback, is exhorting his troops. He says, come on, we've stopped that goal. We're going to get one ourselves, possibly, or something to that effect anyway. His fist is in the air and he admonishes the players outside him to lift their game. Michael himself has got a ball from behind the goals. He's not exactly in a big rush, but he's not delaying time either. Michael Healy driving it. A great puck out against the breeze over to the far side. Right there towards Raymond Deneen. Pulled on there, is coming as far as Timmy Buckley. It's gone off the stick of Ronan Duan, and Ronan, who had that gilt-edged opportunity of burying the ball and possibly burying the game, even though it was early days yet, but putting ahead into a 7-point lead would have been a big lead at this stage of the game. However, he didn't get the goal, I suppose more due to the brilliance of the Aghabullogue goalkeeper than his own miss. Timmy Buckley with the line ball, not a good one by his standards. It's gone off an Aghabullogue stick out over the line, and now it's going to be an ahead of line ball. Well, Aghabullogue putting themselves under a little bit of pressure there. With that poor puck by Timmy Buckley. He won't be too pleased with that one. Nonetheless, it's going to head a line ball over on the far side, and it looks like it's going to be taken by number 9, Donny Morrissey. Donny Morrissey having a look, left-handed, low and along the line, and gone out over the sideline. Would you believe it? We had 3 of those in the last game. I thought it wouldn't happen at all today, having seen that, but Donny Morrissey has done what 3 players did the last. They've driven the line ball straight back out over the line. So it's a kind of a tit for tat over there on the far side. Neither team making any ground. This is a better line ball up there from Frank McSweeney, up there towards Kevin Barry Murphy. Kevin is playing well for Aghabullogue, leading by example. Kevin with a nice drive in towards his brother Pat and Jim Motherwell. Jim Motherwell is going to get to it. Jim takes no chances and puts the ball out over the line, and it's going to be another line ball for Aghabullogue. Well, they're gaining ground rugby style up the right hand side, touch to touch, and now it's going to be taken by Paddy Martin. Paddy took a super line ball just about 7 or 8 minutes ago from a similar position. The linesman deciding that no, he can't take it from where he's put the ball, and he urges him to bring it back out a little bit. Paddy, he'll be hoping to swing this one across, but not behind the goals. A mighty line ball by Paddy Martin, but it's just gone right and it's gone wide. Well, that was really tough luck. That was an excellent cut by any standards. High swinging across. Perhaps if the breeze hadn't been so strong, it might have swung over the bar. No, it's gone wide. 4 wide to Aghabullogue, 2 to head as Martin Hennessy prepares to take the puck out again. Martin Hennessy, mighty drive by him, not out of our view this time. Up there towards Richard Tarrant and Billy Aaron. Richard Tarrant gets to this one. Dennis Ring playing it on. Over here to the far side where it's going to be collected by Pat O'Brien. But George Lynch is coming thundering in to tackle him. The referee is adjudged that George Lynch has fouled Pat O'Brien, and he's awarded a free to Aghada on their own about 65 metre line. It's inside the Aghabullogue 65. It's about 70 metres from their own goals, about 90 from the Aghabullogue goals. Tremendous puck by Pat O'Brien. I think it's going to have the distance, but it's not going to have the accuracy, and it's gone to the right and it's gone wide. Well, that brings Aghada's total of wides to 3. Aghabullogue's is 4, 6-2 to Aghada. I think Aghabullogue won't be utterly dejected or anything if they can keep just a 4-point deficit at half time. However, Mike Healy to take the puck out. There's still about 7 minutes on my watch. Mike Healy's puck out isn't as good as he would have liked it. Richard Tarrant goes up. It comes to Coonahan. Coonahan making tracks and goal. It's blocked out by Richard Tarrant. Good tackle by him. Willie Barrett slips. It goes the ball breaks towards Richard Lewis. Lewis having a look, and a tremendous strike by Lewis, but I think it's going to go to the left and go wide. Well, Lewis had a tremendous effort like that earlier on in the game on his right side, out in the touchline. It seems to be his favourite striking position. Well, he was spot on the first time, not quite as accurate on that occasion. Well, the wise totals have been equal. They had to have 4, Aghabullogue have 4, but they had to have the important plus of 6 scores to Aghabullogue's 2. Pulled on there by Kevin Barry Murphy towards George Lynch, knocking the Aghada player off the ball, kicking it on towards Paddy Martin. Martin playing well. Martin dropping a high ball in there towards the ball star Aghabullogue full foul line. Tommaso Moroku coming out for it. Moroku's got it. Moroku making tracks for goal towards George Lynch, shot by Lynch and over the bar, and that's better stuff from Aghabullogue. That's precisely what they would hope to do, and that's a good point and one that could lift their performance. Well, George Lynch started the move, and in fairness to him, he finished it with some style. George didn't have a great game in the drawing game. He was substituted late in the match. He's determined not to have the same thing befall him today. He's been retained in the attack. He's a big man, and he combines well with Tommaso Moroku when they get the ball. Martin Hennessy with the puck out. Tremendous puck towards Richard Tarrant and Billy Ahern does well to knock it on, only as far as Michael Lewis. Timmy Buckley's on the ground. The ball is there to be won. It's going in there dangerously towards Frank McSweeney, well collected by the Aghabullogue cornerback. Drive it out here towards Timmy Buckley. He's on this side. Buckley making a foray out of attack. Over here, good hand passing as far as Paddy Martin. Martin doing well. He's blocked up by 5 Aghada players, one of them being Michael Lewis. He's trying to burst his way through to taunt of Aghabullogue players, and the referee has awarded him a free in, and the Aghabullogue players aren't very happy about that. Well, I think he could have earned it even though if the free was to be awarded, he possibly should have been awarded a little bit sooner. The Aghabullogue bench and Kemp aren't a bit happy about it. I see Murphy and Pat O'Leary and Liam O'Quinlan there. Not very happy with that decision anyway. On their feet on the touchline, it's taken by Richard Lewis. This is looking, it's going to the right and it's gone wide, and a big cheer by the Aghabullogue fans as the ball has gone wide. It was a dicey one, and that's the third wide they've had in a few minutes. Maybe they'll rule those wides yet. Indeed, that was a good chance by Richie Lewis. Things are heating up a little bit here now in Páirc Uí Chaoimh as Aghabullogue are making an effort to come back into the game. I make it 4 minutes of normal time left to half time. However, the referee will have other ideas. There'll be at least an extra minute added on, if not 2. Puck out taken. I see that Conor Coonan has gone to the corner, and the corner forward has gone to full forward. This is well taken by centre back. Brilliant play by Timmy Buckley to cut out the centre back's devised pass. It's going over there to Ronan Duan and Richard Tarrant. Tarrant dives in, but Duan gets the ball. Duan tackled by Timmy Buckley. Great tackle by Buckley, and Duan dives in and doesn't let him get the ball. Now it's taken by Frank McSweeney. Great play by the cornerback. He's come more and more into the game after an opening when he allowed Michael Lewis a couple of chances. The ball is up here towards Paddy Martin. Well dispossessed. He dispossessed the Aghada man, but he in turn is dispossessed by centre back Alan Devoy. It comes as far as Pat O'Brien. Things are getting hot and heavy. Great ball over here by Pat O'Brien. Plus Conor Coonan and Willie Barrett. The lion-hearted Willie Barrett collects, comes out and strikes. Tremendous puck up over here towards the Aghada man and Joseph Ely. Joseph Ely pushes the ball on. Joseph Ely has been fouled by the Aghada man, Pat Cashman. Well done. Joseph Ely knocked the ball on. After he had done it, the Aghada man didn't stop with the challenge. The referee had judged that was a free. Joseph Ely says to Dennis O'Connell, I'll take it myself. And Dennis says, that's okay. If you feel you'll score it, then you can take it. It's about 55 metres out. Joseph is on top of his game. He's had 2 frees. He's had 2 chances. He put the 2 of them over the bar. This one is about 55 metres out, and it's right here under us in the stand near this touchline. Well, he had a difficult one earlier on just a few moments ago, and he took it well. The referee is insisting that number 12 Richard Lewis gets well away from the free taker. Richard Lewis is not going away from the free taker. Joseph Ely thinks that it's easy to take the ball away, but Lewis is the man who's causing the problem really. The referee comes in and tells Joe Healy, you take the free from where it was, and he has told Richard Lewis to keep the required distance. Joseph Ely now having a look at the post. Another important free for Aghabullogue. If he scores this, it's only 2 points in it. It's looking good, but the wind swings it way over there to the right. And Pat Barry Murphy's on it. Pat Barry slipping inside the cornerback. Pat Barry trying to make an angle for himself. Kick it across. Oh, and Cyril is there. It comes to Paddy Martin's shot, and it's just off the post. It's just gone wide. Well, Aghabullogue causing some problems there to the Aghada defence. It was a great puck by Joe Healy initially from the line ball, from the free, but the wind just absolutely caught hold of it as it seemed to be going over the bar. Swung it away wide. Pat Barry Murphy made a great opening. It came to Paddy Martin. His shot just wide, and it's here towards Dennis Ring and Pat O'Brien. Ring and Pat O'Brien harassing. The referee awards a free against Billy Ahern for overcarrying the ball. The free is to be taken by Dennis O'Connell. The referee insisting that he overcarried the ball, much to Billy Ahern's consternation. The free to be taken by Dennis O'Connell. Aghabullogue settling more into the game late in the half. They needed a few scores. They're down 3, but they're playing against a strong lead. Dennis O'Connell with a mighty high ball dropping right in there to the edge of the square. The big men are up for it. It's pulled on, but it's coming as far as Kenneth O'Keefe. O'Keefe belts it out over to the far side. A run on for possession. The run is between Raymond Deneen and Tony Morrissey. Deneen wins the race. It's going to go over the line, and it's a line ball. The linesman has the flag up, which way is the ball going. Both sides insisting it's their ball. The linesman says it's an Aghabullogue ball. Pat Barry Murphy is over there. Pat Barry, will he take it? No, he won't. Pat Barry, who has been plagued by injury right down through his glittering career, a man who probably would be holding down a regular first team spot had he not had such a bad knee injury which has plagued him down through the years. Pat Barry getting his chance in today's final. The blind ball by Paddy Martin. He has struck 3 beauties from over there. This one's another beauty. It's swinging right in there, and goes to George and it's gone right across the goals this time and wide. Well, they're dangerous line balls by Paddy Martin. They're swinging right in, but the wind just isn't allowing him to do what he really wants with them. I see there are changes in the Aghada midfield. Dennis Ring is now being marked by Pat O'Brien. Pat O'Brien gone back to Paddy Martin is a Pat Cashman. Paddy Martin have been doing very well. The puck out is over there to Timmy Buckley and Ronan Duan. Richard Tarrant now and Billy Ahern. Ronan Duan's got the ball. He got it there on at goal. He gives it to Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis on the 21. He's gone in right towards the goal. Back towards Ronan Duan. A bit of overplay here by the Aghabullogue. They had the players. Now it's back again. Stopped by Dennis Ring. His hurley is being pulled there by Ronan Duan, but the referee says play on because the ball has come as far as Timmy Buckley. Well, they had to overplay the ball a bit there. They had a chance of a goal up. Great play here by Kevin Barry Murphy. Barry Murphy bursting through onto George Lynch. Lynch deciding not to strike it, making space for himself. Great puck in here. This could be on the other side. The Masamurk who's going to it. Joe Davili has lost his hurley, and it's collected by Patsis. Patsis coming out with the ball. Patsis dispossessed by Joe Davili, even though he has no hurley. Tremendously spirited play. Dennis O'Connell here on Richard Lewis. Connell doing well. Connell is coming out with the ball, and Connell has been fouled, and the free is to Aghabullogue, and Paddy Martin plays on, and however the referee, well, the exchanges are getting hot and heavy. It's up one side and down the other. Aghada had a great chance of a goal. They definitely had a clear chance of a point, but between them, Michael Luce and Ronan Duan contrived to overplay the ball, and it was snuffed out by the vigilant Aghabullogue defence. It went up to the other side and was snuffed out above by Patsis, but the ball only came down as far as Dennis O'Connell. Richard Lewis, he's had a habit of standing near players who want to take frees. I'm sure he wouldn't like it if players stood near him when he was taking a free. Anyway, now he's respected the required distance, and the referee tells Dennis O'Connell he can get on and take it. Dennis O'Connell. This is a nice puck by Dennis O'Connell. It's looking very good against the wind and all the ways over the bar. Tremendous strike by Dennis O'Connell. Well, he did it 3 times the last day. This is the first time he's had a chance of doing it today, and that's great play by Dennis O'Connell. And I make a time up in my watch, but of course the referee could add on a bit of extra time. I make it a minute overtime actually. The referee could add on a little bit more than a minute because there was quite a long stop when Pat Sisko's down injured. The puck out towards Dennis Ring, gets his hand to it. Tarrant gets his pull on it. Billy Ahern gets a pull on it. It comes now instead to Conor Coonan, pulling it right across over there towards Michael Luce and Frank McSweeney. Luce cutting the ball back right for himself. He still hasn't picked it up. Coming back out. It's now Luce on the ground. It's won there by Dennis Ring. Ring picking up the ball, bursting through me as a hurleys. Taken by Ring on his left side. Driven. It's going to be cut out there by Pat O'Brien. Pat O'Brien opening in midfield for Aghada. Great strike by him under pressure on his left side. Up here towards the 2 big men. Ronan Duan trying to turn for an early miss. Towards Richard Tarrant. Tarrant so sound at centre half back for Aghabullogue. Coming out with the ball and kicking it 44 yards or 50 out the field to the far side. The ball is there to be won, and the referee calls a halt. It's full. It's half time here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Well, there's the scoreline. Aghada 4 points. Aghabullogue 4. Great comeback by Aghabullogue. Having played against a great wind, I'm sure they'll be reasonably pleased. At one stage they appear to be in big trouble. They were down 4 if not 5. They were certainly down 6-2. Now they're just down 2. They're receiving a great ovation from their fans. They have fought their way back into the game with those late points there by George Lynch and Dennis O'Connell to cut the deficit to 2. We're looking forward to a second half of hurling that will even be better than the second half we had here last week in the drawn match. Well, Falter Oven Sharash, and we hope you're ready to join us for the second half of this intriguing Cork County Junior Hurling Championship final. And Aghabullogue first to take the field there, and no doubt they'll be very anxious to have a go now at Aghada and take them on in the final 30 minutes of this saga. And Aghada, for their part, haven't come out onto the field yet. Perhaps they're receiving last words of encouragement and advice and from their trainer Sean O'Brien and their selectors Tim Garden, Barry Day and John Morrissey. And their motto will be to close down Aghabullogue for the second half. Aghabullogue, I see here, congregating in little groups for their last few moments of advice and exhortation towards each other. And well, it's getting nasty out there now. I see that the rain has just begun to come down, and that will make conditions very slippery indeed and will make it difficult for the players. And I see that strong wind is as strong as it was in the first half, if not stronger. If you remember on the drawn game, Aghabullogue played against the breeze in the first half, but they had nothing to help them in the second half because the breeze died. Today, however, they were against it again in the first half, and even though they're 2 points behind today rather than 4 ahead the last day, they're almost in a probably better position if they can use that wind to its maximum use. And I suppose the proof of the pudding will come with the pucks out. Aghabullogue were under pressure from their own pucks out, but because it wasn't going as far as they would have liked it against the breeze, and Conor Coonan was coming out as an extra man to try and pick them up, well, they had coming out onto the field to the jubilation of their supporters, shouts of encouragement from them, urging them to win today and bring back yet another county title to the famous East Cork village or parish of Aghada. Of course, they've already won the Cork County Intermediate football title this year, and they won the Cork County Junior football title 2 years ago. So they're nothing strange they're no strangers to Páirc Uí Chaoimh, and this occasion today is nothing strange for them. Aghabullogue, by contrast, haven't contested a county finals with 8 years at this level, and on that occasion they were defeated by St. Catherine's in '83. They've had a few near misses since in semi-final pairings against Valley Rovers and the likes, but today is their big day. They're in the final, they're in the replay, they're still there, it's there to be won. They're 2 points down, 30 minutes to go. The referee, Pat O'Neill, getting ready to throw in the ball, and the ball has been thrown in. It's won by Pat O'Brien. Richard Tarrant, the Aghabullogue centre back, is out. Doesn't quite get the ball where he wants to get it. He's knocked to the ground and it's pulled on over here. Timmy Buckley is coming towards it. Timmy Buckley and the had a corner forward. They had a corner forward being number 15 there, Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis pulling right there on Richard Tarrant. The ball has gone out over the line. It is gone, says the referee, and it's going to be a line ball to Aghabullogue as Dennis Ring comes away with the ball. And Richard Tarrant and Michael Lewis there involved in some bit of a fracas. The referee isn't a bit pleased with what has happened, and I think he's going to go up there. And there's a general shamazel developing, and Emily, and not a pretty sight in the opening seconds of this Cork County Junior Hurling semi-final, and the referee has gone over. He has had a word with his linesman. He's having a word with he's going over now, I think, towards Richard Tarrant, and this indeed could be very serious for Richard, because that didn't look very pretty. I know he had been struck earlier on in Emily by the had a corner forward, but by Michael Lewis, but it remains to be seen what action the referee will take, and one can only hope for Aghabullogue's sake that it isn't a sending off offence, and I don't think it is. He has booked the player, and it's going to be a line ball has been awarded, and I think the decision will stay as a line ball for Aghabullogue, and it's going to be taken by Frank McSweeney. Well, we've had a minute and a half with no action in the start of the second half of this game. Both sides are very keyed up. I see them here, they're vying for every sort of an advantage they can get. Taken by a great puck by Paddy Martin, knocked on there by Kevin Barry Murphy, and the pull by George Lynch, but it's out over the line by Alan Devoy, the ahead of centre half, and the line ball will be taken by Paddy Martin. Well, Paddy struck some sweet beauties in the first half, but nothing came of any of them. They were just a little bit to the right and wide, two of them, and the other one went right across the face of the goals. This one, however, is in a more favoured position. He has the wind. It's 52 metres out. He's right under us here. A beautiful cut by him, all the way in towards the goals, but well taken by Martin Hennessy. Well, Paddy Martin has got a beautiful puck from a line ball. This ball is coming right out towards him again. He catches it. Well played by him. Nice ball by him to Dennis Ring. Well, not the best of balls. The ball has gone to ground. It's taken on again by Paddy Martin. Paddy Martin is on the ball on his stick. He still can't kind of get it up. He's having a look. He gives it back towards Dennis Ring. Now a chance for Aghabullogue. Dennis Ring with the puck. Dennis Ring to the left and Dennis Ring to the wide. Well, that was a fairly good chance for Aghabullogue. They've got the early pressure going. A score would have been would have been a great boon to them. The referee's attention has been called in there to the fact that Pat Barry Murphy is having trouble with his knee. Pat Barry is down on the ground there. I see Pat Toomey, the Aghabullogue doctor come mentor come physio, I think, is going in towards Pat Barry. Pat Barry is limping gingerly over to the side. Maybe he'll be okay. The referee is having a word with the Aghada number 4, and I think he's booking him now, Jim Motherway. At least it looks like the Aghada number 4, or else it's the fullback. I don't know for what. Perhaps it's for something he had said. It looks like number 4. He's called him in. Kenneth O'Keefe is now coming down to the referee. The referee tells him skedaddle away out of there, and now he's going down towards Pat Barry, and he's yet having another word with Jim Motherway, and that must have been, I suppose, for an off-the-ball incident where he must have, well, I can only assume that he either said something to the referee or had some hand or part in the injury to Pat Barry. The puck out by Martin Hennessy. Well, we've had two bookings in the first couple of minutes of the second half, one on either side. Towards Paddy Martin. Martin's having a fine game for a ball towards Joseph Healy, and Patrice Healy dispossesses this very nicely. Healy bearing down on goal. He's on the left side. Healy with a high looping shot, and it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. Well, Aghabullogue have now made it 8 wides to Aghada's 5, and that's not good shooting by them. They have a lot more wides than scores. 8 wides, 4 scores is not a good reflection on their play. They've had 2 good chances now to draw level. They haven't taken Martin Hennessy's puck out. A fine puck against the breeze, broken down by Richard Tarrant. It's all Aghabullogue early on towards Dennis Ring. Dennis Ring driving it in there low towards the goals, but it's well cut out by Jim Motherway. Motherway thundering out, blocked by Joe Healy. Tommaso Muracusa now, well blocked by, and the referee has awarded a free against Jim Motherway for overcarrying the ball. Perhaps a little bit harsh, but it's a free in nonetheless for Aghabullogue. A gilt-edged opportunity for Joseph Healy. He's dead straight in front of the goals. He's 35 metres out. This is surely a chance to bring Aghabullogue within 1 point of Aghada. Well, they've had 2 good chances in the opening minutes of the second half. They haven't taken either. This will surely make it 6-5. Joe pucks straight over the bar. 6-5, and now we're in for a great game. Joseph has scored 3 of Aghabullogue's 5. The other scorers being centre forward George Lynch and wing back Dennis O'Connell. Well, maybe some of the other Aghabullogue forwards will now get in the scoring act. Only 2 of them scored the last day, if my memory serves me right, being anyway the puck out will follow the play by Martin Hennessy. Martin Hennessy getting great length in the puck against a strong breeze. Tarrant is under, and so is Billy Hearn. Well, it's not Billy, it is Billy Hearn. Richard Tarrant and Billy Hearn pulling the ball. Billy Hearn winning the pull. Out here towards Michael Lewis. Frank McSweeney loosely leaves the ball after him. Frank McSweeney beating Michael Lewis to the ball. Very good play by McSweeney. Tremendous play by Frank McSweeney. Down there towards Pat Barry and Jim Motherway. Pat Barry beats the 2 of them. It's towards Moroku and Cirilini. Cirilini gets the ball out. Cirilini to Alan Devoy. Alan Devoy with a great puck out. Alan Devoy, it's going to break here towards Timmy Buckley. Timmy Buckley knocking the ball over here towards Raymond Deneen. Raymond Deneen with a high ball over right across the field, switching play completely into us Paddy Martin. Paddy Martin doing well to get that ball from centre back Devoy. Martin turning to his left side. Lovely play by Paddy Martin. Beautiful ball towards Joseph Ely, but it just goes over his head and is picked up there by the centre back. He's having trouble clearing the ball. Well taken away by Joseph Ely. Joseph Ely's going towards goal. He's on the 21. He's taken a shot and a goal! Great goal by Joseph Ely. Just what the game needed. Well, it needed something like that to set it alight, and it's come. Mighty goal. We'll go into it again. Well, Alan Devoy had the ball. George Lynch had a hand and blocked him down. Joseph Ely had a hand and blocked him down. Ely took the ball. He made for a goal. He surely buried it. Tremendous goal by Joseph Ely. Well, what a sharpshooter he is. He got 1-5 versus 1-8 the last day for Aghabullogue. He's got 1-3 out of 1-5 today. Broken here by the Aghada player, Ronan Duan. Great pull by him up to this side. Pat, nice little shove there on Frank McSweeney by Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis with the ball. Frank McSweeney, great covering. He's back to clear it out, and it's a free for Frank McSweeney, says the referee, as he was pulled down there. Richie Lewis has gone away up there, and he's tried to take a shot into the goals above, but John Barry Murphy's no problem dealing with it. But there's nothing to accrue from that, because the ball has been called right back by the referee, and it's going to be a free for Aghabullogue inside their own 50-metre line. Well, Dennis O'Connell will have a go from this one. I know it's a mighty distance, it's probably too far, but there is a tremendous breeze blowing. But Dennis will drop it right in there towards the danger zone. Aghabullogue now 1-8, 1-5. Dennis O'Connell, not a great one by him. It's in nonetheless towards Raymond Deneen. Raymond Deneen, it's in there towards Dennis Ring. Dennis Ring, heavy look. A high ball by Dennis Ring. It's a dangerous looking ball into Cirilini, into Moroku. Moroku pulls on the ball. It's well taken there by Martin Hennessy. Great save by the goalkeeper. He was very vigilant, and he came thundering out, and he cleared the ball way out over the sideline. He wasn't taking any chances as Pat Barry came on him. Great clearance by Martin Hennessy. Well, we have a great game of action now. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Aghabullogue 2 points to the good. They're playing with the breeze. They have everything going for them if they can keep up the play at this stage. They have missed some scores, however, which could prove costly yet. Paddy Martin is over on the far side. What line cuts he have taken in this game. Tremendous ones. The referee has gone into the umpire. The umpire is having a word with Jim Motherway once again, I think, and Jim Motherway is insist. Martin Hennessy is in on the action. Well, the referee, good play there, really, or good stuff by the umpire. He's keeping an eye on things as they happen there and helping the referee, and I think that's very important, and indeed the linesman did likewise when an Aghabullogue offender. It's a mighty puck by Paddy Martin, all the way over towards George Lynch. It just beats big George. George trying to pick up the ball, trying to pull on the ball. He's been fouled, clear free, no question about it. The Aghada players are incensed, and I don't really think they have any reason to be incensed on that occasion, because definitely it seemed to me is that George Lynch was bundled completely over the ball. Well, George is a big man, and it wouldn't be easy to bundle George off any ball, but anyway, Alan Devoy was adjudged to have done that, and the free will be taken by Joseph Ely. Joseph Ely for descent. The referee is going to make it easier. The Aghada players are really would want to I think refrain from making any more comments to the referee. He's pointing the finger at Kenneth O'Keefe, the wing back. He says, "You're the man," and he says to Joe Healy, "Bring it in." Joseph with the puck, straight and through over the bar. Well, that was made much easier for Joseph by the descent by the Aghada players. There's no sense in that. Well, they might have been annoyed, and one can understand if one feels that it shouldn't have been a free, that you might get annoyed, but there's nothing to be gained, and indeed only to be lost. Puck out, and I think Aghada now will be the team that will have to ring the changes, because Aghabullogue have taken firm control to the game. There's nothing in it, of course. Only 3 points, but nonetheless it's a tremendous pull there by centre forward Billy Hearn way over to the far side, and it's going to be line ball for Aghabullogue. Well, the rain is coming down now here in Páirc Windswept November afternoon. Not pretty for hurling. It could be worse, however. The pitch is holding up well, in fairness to it. A lot of old stud marks here and there, and sods, but overall it is in reasonable condition. But the biggest problem for players is to keep their feet. I see that there's a sub on for Aghada. Perhaps he's come on without noticing it early on. It's number 20. We'll check out who that is in a moment. Great play there by Donny Morrissey of Aghada. Switching the play over here to Frank McSweeney, Mike Lewis. This is a tremendous duel won by the ball goes in towards Conor Coonan and Mike Healy. Mike Healy is shadowing him. Coonan with his puck. A dangerous one in towards the goals. Willie Barrett cuts it out. Willie Barrett, and it's there for well pulled on there. It's going to come out here as far as Richie Lewis. This is a chance of a point. It's low. It's come to Conor Coonan. It's stopped. It's a goal for Aghada. Knocked in by number 20, I think the sub. Well, it was a kind of a half a ball in. Number 20, well, Aghada have a habit of bringing on subs who score goals. And number 20 is Dave Creedon. Dave Creedon has come on and scored a vital goal for Aghada. It levels things up again and adds to the excitement of this tremendous occasion. Conor Coonan made it. He did the donkey work. He came in towards him. Puck out towards Pat O'Brien. O'Brien of Aghada making a burst out of the defence. Blazing the ball over there to the far side. It's going to come towards Dave Creedon and Willie Barrett. Dave Creedon has got the ball. Dave steadying to pick it up. We're switching one way. Blocked by Willie Barrett. And the ball is going to drop there towards Dennis O'Connell. Dennis switching to his right side. Driving away back down here the middle. 1-6 apiece now. Well knocked on there by George Lynch. It's going to come as far as Alan Devoy, the Aghada centre back. Aghada with a nice little puck over there towards Donny Morrissey. Great clearance by Morrissey. Towards Richard Tarrant, but it's picked up by Dennis O'Connell. Dennis O'Connell out here this side towards Timmy Buckley. Timmy Buckley and Kenneth O'Keefe. Great play by Kenneth O'Keefe and indeed by Buckley. Kenneth O'Keefe going, he did this in the drawing game. He got a great score in the drawing game, and that's a great score by Kenneth O'Keefe against the Breeze. Well, I remember Kenneth O'Keefe doing the exact same thing in the drawing game. He got a ball here on the left wing. He went thundering up the field and he put it over the bar. He did likewise there today. He won it tremendously and he drove it over the bar, and the initiative has shifted back to Aghada. A sub coming on for Aghabullogue. I think the sub must be Noel Looney. Noel Looney coming on here in the wing forward position. It remains to be seen who'll be going off. There doesn't seem to be anyone gone off. It's Raymond Deneen who's going off. Raymond urging Noel, come on, give us a good last 20 minutes. Well, this is going to be a cracking finish. 1-7 to 1-6. Aghada, they were up 2 points. They went down a point. Now they're back up. They went down 4. Now they're back up again with a goal and a point. They're up a point. They went down 3 actually. They're to Alan Devoy. Alan Devoy pulling the ball. Noel Looney is there. Noel Looney is pushed. Very first touch for Noel Looney is a fruitful one for Aghabullogue. Noel Looney has been pushed and it's going to be a free for Aghabullogue. Can Joe Healy level the scores? Well, this is exciting stuff indeed. A score here for Aghabullogue would make it 1-7 each, and then we would have level pegging once more. Well, there has never been the big distance between the teams today that there was the last day. Noel or Joe Healy striking it a bit low, right into the hands of Martin Hennessy. Not a great one by Noel Looney. Martin Hennessy out the left hand side here towards Kenneth O'Keefe. Kenneth O'Keefe, he's going to pick this one up. He doesn't quite pick it up. It's going to go over the line, and it's a line ball for Aghabullogue. Well, Joseph isn't happy with himself over that one. He had a good chance to score it. He certainly had the accuracy. He would have had the distance if he wanted it, but he didn't quite connect correctly with it. The line ball to be taken by Noel Looney. Noel Looney is there. Paddy Martin's coming over. He lets Noel Looney take it, and Noel Looney now having a good look in at the goals and stepping back a couple of feet or more to take a little run at this one. An important ball it is, not to have it go wide anyway. It isn't a great one by him. It comes as far as Kevin Barry Murphy. Kevin deciding to go one way. Kevin making tracks and goal. He's going in. Kevin with a shot, and a great point by Kevin Barry Murphy. Well, Kevin Barry is the captain of the Aghabullogue team. He's come out to midfield now, and that's what he's best at, coming from deep and scoring. Well, on that occasion he got a great point. He got 3 superb points in the drawing game, and he has levelled the scores 1-7 each. We'll have a tremendous last 18 minutes. Martin Hennessy with the puck out. Now Martin knows what it's like to have the wind against him, because that one doesn't go quite as far as you want, but it's well pulled on by Alan Devoy. Now it's coming in here towards Paddy Martin. Martin is going towards goal. Free for Aghabullogue, says the referee, as the Aghada players crowd on Paddy Martin, and I think it was for a kind of a longish late pull, and as Paddy Martin kicked the ball ahead, the referee isn't happy with the Aghada players, and he has brought the free in another 10 metres. Well, that's senseless. I've said it already by Aghada. That is senseless carrying on, because they have really made the test that much easier for Joseph Healy. A chance for Joseph to get the lead point for Aghabullogue and wrestle the initiative back from Aghada. Tremendous game of hurling. It's up and down the field. Joe strikes. No mistake this time from Joseph. The white flag is going up. The score is Aghabullogue 1-8, Aghada 1-7. Well, Joseph has got 1-5 for Aghada. For Aghabullogue, tremendous going. Well, the last day it was Aghabullogue who weren't too happy with some of the refereeing decisions. Today it's the Aghada men who aren't too happy with some of his decisions. Puck out, knocked away down from Norn Dwan, taken by Pat O'Brien. Now it's Richie Lewis. Great ball away over there towards a big acre of space. It's going to be Conor Coonan. Dennis O'Connell is going to challenge him. Michael Healy wisely decides to stay back. Coonan goes around O'Connell, has a look, has a puck, This will be a great point if it goes over. It is gone over, and that's a great point by Conor Coonahan. Tremendous score. It's his first of the game. I don't know that he'd scored in the drawn game either, but he scored one now to level proceedings again. A goal and 8 again. Well, could this game end in a draw again? We'll just have to wait and see. There's a long, long ways to go. There's I make it just about 16 minutes left. We've had drama and excitement in this second half, I'll tell you. Goals and everything. The ball is there to be won. Dennis Ring is the man who wins it. Bursting through, and he's been pushed as he bursts through. Free for Aghabullogue, and it's going to be taken by Joseph Healy, I'm sure. It's about 60 metres from, it's not, it's about 55 from the Aghada post. Joseph Healy. Well, Joseph has scored a goal and 5 already out of a goal and 8. He really is the Aghabullogue sharpshooter. This is another very important one. It will give them the initiative back. Joe Pucks, it's gone straight and through over the bar. Well, I wouldn't like to be a free taker in this game because conditions aren't great. There's a strong wind and they need every score is vital. I see Joe is getting some resin to put on his hurley now in an effort to get a better grip. It must be nasty out there for the players. There's a breeze and there's a strong old gushes of rain coming in on every occasion, a constant kind of a mist being blown from the city end, aiding Aghabullogue in the second half. Puck out, well taken there by Kevin Barry Murphy. Free in, says the referee, as Kevin Barry took that ball. Billy Ahern clashed with him. The referee had no hesitation pointing for a free, and it's going to be taken again by Joseph Healy. Joseph stealing yard rather wisely, I suppose. It's about 66 metres. What am I saying? It's 66 metres out. That's it. Dead straight in front of the goals. Joe strikes. It's looking good. It's gone. Yes, straight over the bar. The umpire, I thought, was hesitating for a moment. Joe Healy on his game. Aghabullogue on their game. Aghabullogue opening up a 2-point gap. 1-10 for Aghabullogue, 1-8 for Aghada. Well, you daren't take your eyes off the field. There's still 14 minutes of this to go. I wonder will I have my voice at the end of this because it's action all the ways. Great pulling there. The sub there, some hard pulling going on in the middle of the field. The referee is in a flash. There's a mighty shamazel developing. Fists and hurleys going there. Well, this game is degenerating a little bit, I must say. It's a pity the referee isn't too happy. He had blown for a free for Aghabullogue. I think the man in question is Donny Morrissey. Donny is going to get a little bit of the referee's attention. Conor Coonan is coming out. He's ordering some players around to do this and do that. And the referee not a bit happy. Well, in the second half, we've had a few unsavoury incidents. We've had a booking or two on either side. Yes, there's a third booking now. That is Donny Morrissey receiving his hurley back. And I hope that's all he's hoping. I hope for his sake that that's all he receives. And I don't think he'll be sent off. It was a general kind of a shamazel, but it's a definite free in Aghabullogue, and I think Joseph Healy is the man who says, I'll take it again. Well, it's definitely a free in, and there's no more action being taken against any other players. No, Joe Healy's not taking it. Joe is looking out there as if I might take it. Dennis O'Connell says, I'll take this one, Joe. It's about 67 metres out. It's much further, sorry. It's about 75 metres out. With the breeze, it could be a point. It's not going to be. It's going to drop right in there dangerously. Tomas Moroku is there. It's in there, taken by the centre-back, Alan Devoy. It only comes out as far as it's come to Noel Looney. Noel Looney, the sub, has scored a point for Aghabullogue. Well, Noel got a chance easier than that in the drawing game. He didn't take it, but he has taken this one today. Aghabullogue go into a 3-point lead. Great play by Aghabullogue. Noel Looney with that point. And well, the changes have been now, I think, on this side. Richie Lewis seems to have come out to this side, and Dennis O'Connell. The puck out has been taken anyway by Martin Hennessy. Martin Hennessy. Timmy Buckley going highest. Timmy Buckley not getting it. Pulled by Ronan Duan. It's taken there by Joseph Healy, I think. Joseph Healy broken away from Noel Looney by Kenneth O'Keefe. Noel Looney over here towards the sub. Billy Walsh is it. Walsh, the man who scored the goal. He's been dispossessed well there by Frank McSweeney. Great play by the cornerback. Timmy Buckley, he's slipping. There's an indication. All the players are slipping. Dennis O'Connell is glad to just puck it out over the sideline. And Dennis wasn't happy, by the way. One of the Aghada players kind of half stood in him there. But anyway, there's nothing accruing from this. And I think he's better off to go back and take up his position. Well, there's great play on both sides. This line ball is going to be taken by Richard Lewis. Who else? Richard Lewis on this side. Aghada badly need a score. Just like Aghabullogue needed one in the first half when they were down 4 or 5 points. Aghada need a point now to get the initiative back. They're down 1-8 to 1-11, and Aghabullogue playing with great skill at the moment. Taken by Richard Tarrant, centre back. Again, the ball just eluding him. Tarrant trying to get out. He's got no stick. Pulled there by Conor Coonan, but it's gone out over the line from Richard Tarrant, and I think that's going to be a line ball for Aghada. And Richard Tarrant there being hauled back by his cornerback Frank McSweeney. Told, get on your men, don't mind Conor Coonan, and that's precisely what he does. Well, Some great and wise substitutions have been made here today. No Luna coming in for Aghabullogue score a point. Dave Creedon coming in for ahead at half time, and he scored a goal. And obviously both sets of mentors are at their wits end to try no proxy. Timmy Buckley gets the line ball. Timmy is half from Richard Lewis. Timmy busting out. The referee has awarded him a free out, and the linesman said it was the line's ball, but the referee has insisted that it's a free for Timmy Buckley. I think he was being unfairly harassed as well. And Michael Healy, the Aghabullogue fullback, is going all the ways out to the edge of the sideline to take this free. Well, he'll want to go back and men up Conor Coon in the minute he's taking the free. It's going to be taken by Mike. Mike lifting it, mighty puck, well worked his while go out for it. It's going away down about 70, 80, 90 yards. In there it's a well read inside, but it's a high pull and an unfair pull, says the referee, by an Aghabullogue player. I'm not quite sure what player. And it's a free for Aghada out of their own defence on their own 50-metre line, outside their own 50-metre line, 55 metres out. And the things are getting a bit ratty, all right. I see out there now that Dennis Ring and Billy Ahern are none too happy with them each other. They're having their own private little confrontation out in the middle of the field. The referee is oblivious to it all, and he was the free to Alan Devoy. Alan Devoy, he's considering a shot going towards Donny Morrissey. Well worked by Aghada. Donny Morrissey, he might have been as well off not to strike it first time. It's going to come as far as Dennis Ring. Ring over here towards George Lynch, the big centre forward. George Lynch having a look from 90 yards. It's not going to go over the bar. It's going to drop in between Reaney and Tommaso Morocco's got the ball. He's trying to go through. Morocco's got around one man. It's a free in, says the referee. He has been fouled. The referee had blown, but I think he had awarded the free, and I'm not sure that Aghabullogue will be too disappointed, because surely Joe Healy will put this one over as well. Well, Tommaso Morocco, it was a great ball by George Lynch. When himself and Tommaso Morocco get going, they're a great combination. Well, there's another sub coming in for Aghada. We'll just work out and see who it is. Well, there were some great changes made the last day by both sets of mentors, and already today the sub is coming in the forward line. Aghada bringing off, I think, Pat O'Brien. Pat, who had played very well the last day, wing back, came out to midfield. Anyway, we'll follow the play for the moment. We'll follow the sub afterward. The sub is going on, Dennis O'Connell will be under. Joe Healy with the free, Joe Healy with the tap, Joe Healy with the easy point, and Aghabullogue going to a 4-point lead. Is this to be Aghabullogue's day? Well, I said it the last day. Aghabullogue were poised to make history, to win their first county junior hurling championship title with 4 minutes to go. They had a 4-point lead. They didn't win it. Today there's 9 minutes to go. They're 4 points up. There's a long ways to go when you learn those things as you go along. It's Richie Lewis. Richie hasn't been as prominent today as he was the last day. Taken by Kenneth O'Keefe. He's discarded his helmet. Kenneth drive it up over here to Timmy Buckley. Timmy Buckley, Frank McSweeney and Michael Lewis. Timmy Buckley, I think, was half tripped there, but the referee's having none of it, and he's give the line ball is for Aghada. The sub that's in is on Dennis O'Connell. I still haven't got his number. I still don't know who he is. Well, if he does what the last sub that Aghada brought in, it'll be a wonderful move indeed. Dave Creedon, who got that vital goal to bring Aghada back into the game, but for that goal they'll be well behind. Low puck by Richie Lewis to Frank McSweeney and Michael Lewis. It's going to be taken by Timmy Buckley. Timmy Buckley's ball, puck goes out over the line, and it's going to be another line ball for Aghada. Well, it's ground gained. I see down here under me that Pat Pitt or Donny Morrissey is changing his hurley. A drier hurley, a better hurley, an uncracked hurley. It's a new hurley anyway. And this line ball will be taken again by Richard Lewis. Well, he gained about 20-25 yards. And the ball, I see there that the number 8, Pat Cashman, is making a dangerous run into the middle of the Aghabullogue attack. This is coming towards Dennis Ring. Well pulled on there by somebody or other in the Aghada attack. It's going to go over to the far side. It's very dangerously close to the sideline. It's kept in play there. It's Dennis Ring and the sub that came in. The sub that came in, getting a dangerous ball right across. Michael Healy getting a vital touch to it as Aghada players came in. Michael Healy coming out with the ball, hooked and blocked, pulls, and it only comes as far as the sub, Dave Creedon. Dave Creedon has been judged to have taken the ball too far, and the referee has awarded a free out. Well, and the Aghada players are incensed by that decision. Well, I must say that I would have to half agree. Well, he did take extra steps, but he was being well harassed, and when a similar situation arose in the first half to Tommaso Morocco, or just while ago to Tommaso Morocco, the referee awarded a free in. So I suppose I had a bit of a reason to be annoyed on that occasion, especially since they badly needed a point, and it would have been surely a score. Anyway, I still haven't got the sub that comes in. We'll find him later. Michael Healy drives a ball into the attack, way down into the 40-metre line, on towards Joe Healy. Joe Healy trying to make. Joe Healy's been blown by the referee for carrying the ball too far. Well, I think that equalises the decision he made earlier on. Joe isn't too happy either, just like the Aghada players. Well, I think he could have taken a step or two extra, all right. It looked a bit like that. He was trying to avoid the attentions of some Aghada players, defenders. This will be taken by Alan Devoy. Alan Devoy. We all remember last Sunday. Everybody remembers last Sunday. I was told that last Sunday people were leaving the game with 3 minutes to go. Weren't they, the sorry men? I'm sure nobody leaves today. That's about 8 or 9 minutes to go. The same amount in it. Timmy Buckley is up with running one. Buckley wins it. Bends it down towards Dennis Ring. Kevin Barry can't pick up the ball. It's taken a step by Richie Lewis. Timmy Buckley throws himself in, and oh, that's a deadly thing to do really by Richie Lewis, in fairness. Timmy Buckley was thrown on the ball. He couldn't do anything. But Richie Lewis, and so was Kevin Barry Murphy, and Richie Lewis just pulled right on them. And well, the ball was there. The referee, I think, is just ordering Mentos to get off out of the way. And well, I'm not quite sure what will happen here. The referee, he may take no action. He could say that the ball was there, but for an incident just like it last week when Dennis Ring pulled on an Aghada player, he did book Dennis Ring. Maybe he'll do likewise today. Maybe he won't do anything. He's having a word with the linesman. The linesman is telling the referee what happened. The referee is going into his pocket. The referee is not going, he is going to take action. He's talking to Richard Lewis. This could be dangerous. Perhaps he'll just book him like he did other players. It hasn't really been a dirty game, one would have to say, but there has been some hard pulling. I see Billy Hearn, the Aghada centre forward, is also in there. He's not happy with what's happening. He's been told go away by Ronan Duan. It remains to be seen what action the ref will take. It remains to be seen whether he will take further action than he has taken already, more stern action. It was a kind of a dicey one. I don't think Richard Lewis should have pulled on the man on the ground when he was on the ball. He hadn't much choice. He fell on the ball. Anyway, the referee has not decided to take any action. Lewis and